Okay, to start off, I am making a toddler-sized blanket. This will be my bottom part. And you want to find a large enough space to lay out your material or your fleece on. And this is bigger than my table that I have, so I'm going to use the floor. You want to lay it out. And make sure there's like no rough edges, so you can use your hand. Get the other half. Right now, it doesn't matter what's on top or anything. You just want to get it lined up as close as possible so you can get both of them cut the same length. Okay, once you have your fleece lined up, you want to cut off any, you want to measure them and you want to cut off any extra fleece that is not the same amount as this on the bottom and the top. And remember, these are your selvages, and you want to cut these off too. These are the factory, markings, and they don't go along with the thing. And on these type, they'll be this kind that is rolled up. Set up your sheets. You want to lay the back side of whichever. This side is actually softer than this side, but it's up to you, whatever you prefer. Whichever side is your back, you want to have the part that you want laying on the floor. So I want the smoothest side, so I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna lay it out. Then you want whichever side, well, this is the right side. You want to put it on top. Smooth out any edges with your hand, using your hand. Okay, using your guideline, each of these was cut 4 inches in and 4 inches long. You want to measure it either 2 inches or 1.5. I prefer 1.5. Some people like their knots or their strings wider. I prefer 1.5. So using my pen, you're going to mark where 1.5 is at. And you're just going to cut up to the line. If that's hard, you can just put your ruler wherever the line was at that you used to cut. And you're going to start cutting strips up to the ruler. Now, they don't all have to be perfect. Okay, once you get about the size that it should be, you don't have to make sure they're all exact. They don't have to be all even. This project is forgiving, and at the end it won't really be a big noticeable thing. So you want to estimate because you use your knuckle, and you just cut up to where the other line goes. And you want to do this all along all the strips until all of it is cut into strips. Once all edges are full of strips, as you can see, you want to begin tying the top to the bottom. You want to just make a normal knot as you would anywhere else. Just tie like so, and you want to pull tight, and to make sure that the knot won't become undone, you want to double knot. And you just want to go around the blanket doing both. It's best to go in order than be skipping around, because if you skip around, you might tie one with the opposite or something like that, and it's just best to go in order. Okay, so your blanket might look like this, and it might look really tight and really small, but no worries, you can just stretch it out. It might sound like it's ripping, but it's not. It's just the fabric stretching. You're going to go around and move it. Just grab from both the edges and just pull. And keep pulling. you've pulled, it will look more like a longer blanket. And it won't be as crinkled together. I'm going to do all edges so it's all spaced out. And you have your finished product.